Hey there, this is Dana Arcuri, author, speaker, and wellness advocate from danaarcuri.com. Today is a super motivational and inspirational video, and the title is Take Your Power Back. And so many of you who are following me and who have subscribed to my channel have been dealing with abusive, toxic people from your past. It may be your mother, father, siblings, grandparents, or some form of relative. It might be your ex-spouse or an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, some kind of intimate partner. You may still be tied up in a relationship and haven't yet chosen to end the toxic relationship. It could be your boss. It could be just about anyone, because as we've already discovered, there are many abusive, toxic people in our world. And so today, if you want to take your power back, you need to remove the tight grip of the toxic person who's silencing you, shaming you, manipulating you, guilting you out. They have smear campaigns against you. They might be stalking you. They might be constantly harassing you, bullying you, bugging you, whether it's text messages, the telephone, unexpected visits, whether it's emails or someone just kind of creeping on your Facebook page. You know what I'm talking about. It gets crazy out there when it comes to psychologically deranged sociopaths. So we have to understand we're not dealing with someone who's mentally stable. No, we're dealing with someone who's very, very unhealthy. And they actually might be quite unsafe and have a violent streak. So beware. Today, if you want to take your power back, let's start looking into a few important aspects. Number one, we have to understand that abusive people, whether it is family, whether it is friends, whether it is your boss, whoever it might be, an ex-spouse, they're emotional vampires, okay? So an emotional vampire, think of it like this. They suck the life out of you. They suck the joy out of you. They suck your dreams out of you. They suck all positivity and happiness. And anything that's good, they suck it all out. And what happens is you become drained. You end up feeling exhausted. Sometimes there's confusion, and it is due to the toxic nature of the relationship. So let's take a look at emotional vampires. Now, who are they? Okay, there's a long list, and this is just a few of emotional vampires. Number one, it is definitely someone who is abusive. It could be male, female, young or old, it doesn't matter. Number two, it could be family members. That's right, your mother, your father, your siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces and nephews, and maybe even their family. I found out for myself that it doesn't just end with my siblings. Oh no, the flying monkeys recruit more flying monkeys. Oh yeah, so prepare for the unexpected. Anything happens when it's someone who's toxic, especially in your family. Next, let's look at number three, intimate partners. So it could be a spouse, whether you're married to them currently or you are divorced or in a separation process. It could be boyfriend, girlfriend kind of situation. Number four could be your boss. Super unfortunate. It really sucks when it's your boss. Why? You need the job. You need the money. You need the experience. And, it could be a job that you love. You might just love this job. It is such a great fit for you. But if you have a toxic boss, there are times it's in your best interest to really consider updating your resume and just start sending it out. You just never know when you may say adios to your boss. Number five, this is sad. This is sad, but it's true. It could be church members. It could be a predator pastor. It could be a priest. It could be people who are like clergy, church leaders, religious. people in that faith community, and it's so unfortunate. I've seen a lot on Twitter. For those who are not active on Twitter, and you may be a victim of abuse from a religious organization, you just may want to create an account on Twitter, because it is, boom, the #1 place where you can get emotional, spiritual, and all kind of awesome encouragement and support, and you really need it. So check out creating your own Twitter account. Okay, let's move on. Next, it could be, whoa, this is getting heavy. The emotional vampire could be a predator. It could be a rapist. It could be a sociopath. It could be someone who's a stalker, like a serial stalker. Like they just stalk everybody, especially females. It could be someone who's a bully, And so we have to understand that, again, emotional vampires are abusive people. They're toxic. They're poisonous. We really don't want to have them in our lives. Let's talk about how can we take back our power? I have found out through trial and error, come on now, it's trial and error. I will never say healing is easy. I will never say creating boundaries is simple. It might not be simple for you or easy for you. I know even last year when I did create some healthy boundaries and I went no contact with my mother and my siblings, you think that's the end of it, but then what happens is the 3-ring circus starts and all the flying monkeys come out and they start their smear campaigns and the gaslighting, and before you know it, you realize that just because you ended the relationship doesn't mean they ended the relationship. And so you could just, carry on, ignore them, you don't engage, you don't waste your time, because trust me, it's unproductive. You'll get nowhere. You'll get nowhere except getting blamed for something, shamed for something, and of course, a lot of denial and deception. That's why we are called scapegoats. Scapegoats technically are people who are extremely compassionate, empathetic, highly sensitive people. We're technically whistleblowers and truth tellers. So why do toxic people choose the scapegoats? Because we're good people. They can't stand it. It drives them crazy. They hate us. They hate that we have a good, pure heart. And so they just try to chase after us and attack us and manipulate us and lie about us. But we must understand that in order to take back your power, you must stop all contact with anyone who shows these signs of toxicity. So it is technically a situation where either you choose to go no contact and you reclaim your power, or you make up excuses. Well, I can't. Well, I don't know how. Well, I'm scared. Well, they keep calling me. They won't leave me alone. They keep gaslighting. I'm afraid that they're going to destroy my reputation. I'm afraid they're going to, and then fill in the blank, A, B, C, D. Truly, we can make up and have actually really good excuses to not go contact. But when it all comes down to healing, hope, health, and taking back our power, it means that in the face of fear, we have courage. In the face of fear, no matter what comes down after the fact of going no contact, we stand firm in our boundaries. We stop all communication with the toxic people. So there is no phone calls, there is no texting, no emails, no visits, no seeing them, no peeking on their social media page. Don't waste your time, because it's probably just a bunch of lies and denial and more gaslighting. Spare yourself. I mean, really, technically, healing begins by taking back our power and saying, I don't need to know what they're saying. We decide that we don't benefit to have a narcissist or a flying monkey or a stalker or an abuser or anyone who's psychologically unstable and they're hurting us. Like, they are hurting us. And it could be physically, emotionally, spiritually, sexually. It could be something just online even. But the gist of this is we realize that the only way to take back the power is to end the relationship for once and for all. So if you want to reclaim your life, your body, your mind, your happiness, your purpose, your dreams, it's essential to be aware of who these emotional vampires are and to understand that there's a lot of signs, there's a lot of red flags, you know, if they're doing a lot of shaming, criticizing, judging, condemnation, smearing your name all over the place, gossiping, you know what I'm talking about, okay? You're going through it, but you need to come to a point, like a resolution by the year 2019. I pray that you come to the realization you have more power than you give yourself credit for, okay? You're stronger than you think, okay? So you must be aware of how they're manipulating you and how they're behaving. And you must understand that even if it is your family and at one time this was what you thought was normal. I mean, you thought the abuse and the name calling and the shaming and the family making you a scapegoat or a black sheep in the family and everybody kind of ganged up on you and there was mobbing. You have to understand these are red flags. They are red flags and they're demanding for you to take heed, to pay attention of these signs. Now, some could be subtle. You know, there are times the narcissist is so smooth, you know, there's covert tactics, same for the flying monkeys. But we have to understand that if someone is trying to destroy us and our reputation and our dreams and our health and make us feel like we're going insane, they are not a safe, loving, caring, compassionate person. That in itself can speak some loud volume. Next, we have to understand that what may have seemed normal at one time in your life, you know, whether it was your spouse or whether it was your boss or whether it was a friend or family, that dysfunction's dysfunction. Now, part of the healing journey is becoming aware, building awareness and waking up to the signs and then reaching a point where you take back the power. You speak up. You say no more. You don't engage with haters and naysayers and abusive people. And next is that, you know, and the beauty of healing and the beauty of taking back your power is that you don't have to continue this madness. You know, so many of you feel stuck right now. If you're underage and you are a minor, this is a different scenario. Please look at the links that I'm going to put on the bottom here because they could be helpful, especially if you're under 18 years old and you're kind of in a situation beyond your control. I get it. I understand it. However, it's in your best interest to seek outside help with local authorities about any form of abuse, especially if there is physical, emotional, or sexual abuse happening under your roof. Okay, so here we go. All right, anyone know this song? I've got the power. Woo! I got the power. So Bruce Almighty in the movie, Bruce Almighty. Jim Carrey's the star. I love Jim Carrey. The bottom line is, we can take back the power. We can take back the power. We can say, I matter. My story matters. My health matters. We could start by breaking the silence, not allowing people to basically censor us. We could even spill the beans on the family secrets, because if someone's being hurt and if there's a history in your family of sexual abuse, of incest, or any form of molestation, That's a dark, dark, evil secret, and that needs exposed. We need to shine the light on that. Next, when we want to take back the power, we are truth tellers. We stand on the truth and nothing but the truth, even if it means we have to blow the whistle on people who at one time we thought we could trust and found out we can't trust them anymore. Next, again, yes, we're going to expose the predators. We're going to expose the rapists. We're going to expose the people who are hurting other people. And it might not just be us. Typically in a family, there's more than one abuser. I've just untied and solved a mystery in my own family. It comes to find out that I don't just have one brother-in-law who's a predator. Oh no, there's more. Someone confided in me and told me they were assaulted by my brother-in-law, a very dear and near person in my life. And all I'm gonna say is this: my sister needs to wake the hell up, because she sits there and tries to gaslight all over Facebook about me. Sister, you better take a look in the mirror at your own shit, because I'm telling you, you need a shovel for what's going on in your family, and that's why your daughter moved out of state. FYI, you need to take a good look at your own family problems, sister, and deal with it instead of pointing the fingers at others and silencing others and shaming others. Shame on you for putting up with this in your home and allowing your own flesh and blood to be assaulted. Move on. Okay, this brings me to healthy boundaries. Wow. Healthy boundaries might be the catchword, it might be the catchphrase. It's not easy. It's not easy breaking away from abuse. It's not easy to just leave family, okay? Because typically they retaliate. They'll try to threaten us. They'll try to ruin us and destroy us. But we have to understand, we are not going to live in fear. No, we're going to face our fears, and we're going to courageously be a truth teller. We're going to take back our power, because we know that there is power in truth. There is power in telling our stories. And all of you know that when you hear someone else's story that resonates with you because it's similar to your own experience, this is extremely encouraging. This validates where you've been and what you experienced. And today, I'm going to validate every single one of you who have been harmed, whether it's mentally, whether it is physically, sexually, any kind of domestic violence, any kind of narcissistic abuse. I'm validating it is real. What you have suffered, what you have endured, what you have gone through, it has been just horrifying, absolutely hideous. But I give you so much credit for breaking away, for speaking up, for really taking a good look at you and your health and your sanity and your life. And next, we have to understand that we take the power back when we go no contact. And that's really, really what it comes down to. So until you go no contact, you will not have power. They will overpower you. They will try to control you. They will continually manipulate you and gaslight you. So if you are a scapegoat, please, please start working on yourself. Focus on you, because only you can take back the power of your life. Next, we have to understand that taking back the power means we get into the driver's seat. We get behind the wheel. We are the CEOs of our life. We have to understand that if we want to be the author of our life, if we want to take back the power, we have to embrace both the good and the bad chapters in our story, because trust me, we have some parts of our story that are so heartbreaking and so horrendous and sad, and there could be a lot of loss and struggles and battles involved. But there's also great chapters in your book and my book, and this is what I ask you to cling to today. Today, embrace the pages of your story that are filled with hope, love, peace, joy, gratitude, healing, and beauty. Choose to rise above your wounds and struggles and understand that today you can take back the power when you make up your mind and determine to do so. And if you'd like to share with me different ways that you are taking back the power, or even if you haven't reached that point yet and you're kind of struggling with those abusers and toxic people, maybe the narcissist or flying monkeys who are bugging you, please leave a comment. Feel free to share what you're doing, even if there's like one thing that you're doing that's positive and giving you that voice to speak out and speak truth. Today, choose healing because you deserve to heal. And you could go to my website at danaarcuri.com. Thanks and have an awesome day.